Okay, so this is going to be the box review of the 1/16 scale ILuvKit M4A1 76 wet stowage Sherman tank. I'm still in the process of building the M4A1. Just put decals on it, and going to get into more of the weathering process on that. So hopefully be able to have a final review on that kit. So I guess we'll just start here with the instructions. It's kind of like first page, which is surprising. There isn't even like any background anything. Just read before assembly and bang, decal application. You know, right into it. Does have a page for the sprue call out. And there is a metal barrel in this kit, along with a looks like to be a driver's figure. Kind of standard, VVSS suspension. Definitely worth painting this on the sprue, but it does look like they give you different closed spoke wheels as opposed to the open ones, and you're making the left and right sides. Got the hull, a couple of tabs you have to remove right there. Then you're mounting the suspension, and you're going into the rear hull plate, engine access doors and all that. Then your pintle mount, air cleaners, idler wheel, and mounting all that onto the hull. Then you have your front transmission cover, towing clevises, drive sprockets, mounting that. There you have your mounting the sponsons. You're doing the track and mounting that. This is the exact same track that was in the M4A1, which is rather disappointing. I hope they would have changed it, but they didn't. Still the same. Mounting the whole machine gun and a couple periscopes. Then you're working on tools, rear engine access hatch, and then there's that rear mounted little storage shelf on the back of the hull. Completing the engine access hatches, mounting the little storage shelf, and your driver's hatches, mounting periscopes, and then you're onto the hull, mounting detail parts, filler caps, and I don't know what that is right there. Field phone? Is that supposed to be a field phone? I don't know. And then you're mounting tools, building the horn, all that good stuff. Back to the hull, brush guards, more tool mounting, filler caps, headlight brush guards, taillight brush guards, cable holding stuff, and then you get travel lock, and then you've got mounting that, some final details on the hull, lifting eyes, etc. Then you're mounting the cable. Now this will be a cut to fit, and it looks like it says it's supposed to be 300 millimeters long. So just take a little dry fit with that. Make sure it's going to be the right length. And then you mount the upper to the lower. Looks like we have an exhaust deflector here, which is pretty cool. That gets mounted along with the rear fenders. And then we're building the turret. There's only one turret in this kit. Looks like you're building the mantlet there, mounting the bottom. Okay. Mounting the exhaust fan or vent, some 50 cal stowage items, lifting eye, pistol port door. Okay. Looks like step 22, you're doing the split hatch for both the commander and the loader. Then you're mounting some periscopes, mantlet cover, some lifting eyes. Okay, step 23, you're building the 50 cal, but then you have difference in cupolas. You got the, I guess the all-around vision one, and then the split hatch. And then you can either do the metal barrel or the plastic barrel, and it comes with a muzzle brake. And then the turret is built, and then you're mounting it onto the hull. So 24 easy steps, and there's your painting guide for your figure. So yep, not bad. This kit does have a color call out here. Here's an American two-tone camouflage, OD green and flat black. Once again, no unit marking, so unit is unknown, I guess, just like the M4A1. Here's another American one. This one looks like 4th Armored. So, okay. Never seen the USA serial number like that. That's interesting. I don't know if those are supposed to be kill rings. Don't know, it doesn't say. There's no background history on this vehicle. And on the back side, looks like we have maybe this is an Italian, British M4. Maybe the South Africans or other Commonwealth unit, maybe? I don't know, it doesn't say. Very interesting though. It does have a name, LOE, and it's hard saying. It does have an American star on the front right there. So, I'm guessing that's World War II. And then the last one, you have an Israeli version. So, yeah, that's 4 different marking versions on this one. Okay. The decals, I've already had to use a couple for the other kit, because surprisingly, these things, I mean, as thick as this paper feels and as glossy and smooth, these things are surprisingly fragile. And the bigger they are, the worse it is. So yeah, take that for what it's worth. I may be looking for a set of aftermarket ones. So yeah, these things really surprised me. I thought they would be thicker just because of how this feels, but no, they're thin and they're very delicate. So there you go, there's the decals. Unfortunately, I've already had to scavenge this set. Let's take a look at the figure. I'm assuming this is going to be about the same great resin quality as the other one, and I'm not disappointed. It is. There's his legs, torso, two arms, two fists, and then the head. Yeah, kind of looks very cartoonish. Yeah, just the exact same quality as the last one. Maybe you can use this one in the M8 armored car or half track. Don't know. Let's take a look at the upper hull. So this is the large hatch version of this. Still has that same cast-in texture that I don't like. What are these holes? There's a hole there, one there, one there, another one there. I don't think those are supposed to be there. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's nothing up here. But then there's one there. These two are kind of close together. One there, one there, one there. Huh, I wonder if they're coming out with a version with the HVSS. And these are the brackets that'll hold the fender extension out here. Huh. Interesting. See that one really well. A little better. And that's the last one. Huh. Interesting. Yep, and they're on the other side. There's those two close together. There's that one, and then it stops. There's no more going towards the front. Interesting. So yeah, I don't think those are supposed to be there on this version of this tank. So you have to take those out. Everything else though looks okay. Just going to have to work on this texture, make it a little bit better. I don't see no mold line like on the other kit. There's a mold line that went right down here. I don't see it. Okay, cool. Next up's the turret. Oh, look at that. We got cast in serial number. That's nice. Another one right there. And same thing on this other side. So that's pretty cool. Still has that goofy texture though. Ugh. Yeah, I think these need to be, these are going to have to get, boom, shave those off. They're not going to be on the version I'm going to do. All right. Pretty nice. Here's the 50 cal stuff. We got pintle mount, ammo can. It is slide molded. Alright, not horrible. Next up here, one of the hatches. I don't know if this is the loader or the commander's, but it does have cast-in serial numbers in there. Right there. So that's a nice added touch. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. Not much on the other side. Okay. Road wheels. These are actually a little different than the other M4A1. These are closed spokes. So yeah. I can see a little grease circ right there. So yeah, these are nice. Nice little different version. You get 2 sprues of these. So that's nice. Oh, here's the PE. Looks very similar to the other Sherman, with the exception of this piece right here, which is different. There's your rear brush guards, vent screens, large engine vent screen there. There's your tow rope. Oh yeah, not bad. Got a little sprue here. I think this must be that. It's actually slide molded there too. That's kind of cool. I think this might be the field telephone. Okay. Interesting. You know, so the instrument can come up to the back of the tank and talk to the crew. I think that's what that's for. Okay, rear idler. Not bad. Left and right rear idler. Awesome. At least they changed up the road wheels. That's nice. I wish they would give you like an extra one so you can use for stowage or something. That'd be good. Here's the metal 76mm barrel. I didn't use the metal one on my 75. Ooh, I wonder if you can backdate this and put the cap on. You know, because they didn't have enough muzzle brakes, so they came with the threaded collar for the end. What's funny though is this isn't hollow. This is a solid piece. I may end up using the plastic one again. Huh. Interesting. That's not hollow. Okay. Alright. I think Trumpeters actually makes these. Oh, here's a bag of track pins. So, oh, you get a bag of the springs for the VVSS suspension. See what else we got going on in here. What's this big sprue here? Okay, this has the plastic barrel gun. Let's take a look at this. One big giant sprue here. All right, you got the bottom of the turret right there. Not bad. What is that hatch for? What is this for? Oh, I bet you this is for a sprue. I bet this sprue is for the ILuvKit M4A3E8. I don't have that kit because I have Andes, but I bet you this is the oval loader's hatch. That's the cushion for it. Bet you that's what that is. All right, there's your drivers and assistant drivers, hatches. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is like that external first aid kit. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, the plastic one, I think you could easily make a collar for that. And you can, yeah, but so, okay. The reverse side looks okay. Got a little bit of detail on the reverse of the hatches. No ejector pin marks in there, that's good. Yeah. Oh, look at this. We actually have some casting numbers right there on the gun shield. That's pretty nice. Oh, okay. This is making sense to me. I may go plastic. Oh, look at it, right in the middle of the barrel, they got locating pins. Yeah, I might go with the plastic barrel on this one and then scratch build a threaded collar for the end there. Okay, all right. What's this? This is all protected up. Let's take a look at this. Oh, wow. Oh, really? Okay. This is the exact same sprue that comes in the M4A1. Yeah. Periscope guards, your filler caps, lifting eyes, headlight brush guard, little bitty grab handles, the end for your tow cable right there, slide molded. Yeah, okay, that's weird that that's protected like that, but you get two of these. So, and these two sprues are exactly what come in the M4A1 kit. So, all right, interesting. Wasn't expecting that to be so protected like that. I thought it was going to be something new. Nope, it wasn't. Okay, here's the clear periscopes. Headlight lenses. So yeah, yeah. I had no issues with these, building the periscopes up for the other kit. They were fine. So no issues there. This is also the exact same sprue from the M4A1 kit. Got your 50 cal, 30 cal, gun lock, tools. Yeah. No change from the other kit. This is the exact same thing. Exact same thing. Let's see what else we're looking at. Okay, this is the suspension bag. Definitely recommend painting these on the sprue. And don't forget to paint the insides here, because some of this is visible. But yeah, I've already went through these in the other M4A1 kit, which is surprising that they still do have casting numbers there. So that's cool. This is the right rear deck to use on the M4A1 76. So yeah, exact same thing. I'm not going to open this up. Sponsons, yeah, seen this before. No issues with this. Yeah. What else we got going on in here? Yeah, this is the exact same sprue. This here has your air cleaners, your rear hole vents. You won't use this rear deck on this build. You will use this. So yeah, no issues with this. This is already seen it in the last box review on the M4A1. So yeah, no biggie. Okay, this is kind of a new sprue. We'll open this up. All right, so this has your rear hull plate. This has a completely different towing pintle, right? This has your engine access, one engine access door. This has your exhaust deflector shield right here, which is pretty nice. And this is part of that, I think that's part of that rear stowage shelf. Boy, I hope you don't see those. Those are some huge ejector pins right there. I hope those are hidden. So yeah, this is a different sprue. I have no idea what these are, but look at those ejector pins in that. Good Lord, those are deep too. Yeah, nice. This is the inside of the door, don't care about that. This is the inside of the rear hull, rear hull plate, don't care about that. But yeah, everything else looks pretty decent on the good side. All right. Here's the track, exact same. I think this is a T54E1 track. Yeah, if you have a British tank, or you make this a British tank, maybe this would work, but the Americans really didn't use it. But yeah, I already talked about making the track, so I'm not gonna look at that, but you get 6 sprues. 6 sprues of this. Here's the bathtub hole. More vinyl, road wheels. Oh, yeah, this is the vinyl, supposed to be canvas. Yeah, I'm deleting this. Garbage. Yeah, road wheels. Hull. Very nice. Good to go. Looks like be nice and straight. Yeah. And then last up, this is a slightly different transmission cover than what's on the M4A1. Oh, look at that. More casting numbers. Nice. Yep. So this is different too, which is good. It's got a slightly different design up here, and then a different tow hook arrangement for the front. So yeah, pretty nice. I like it. Definitely this version has more casting numbers in it than the other one, and the other one's short, I think. Okay. That's it. That's everything. So there you go. What do I think about this kit? I think it's going to go together very similar to the M4A1. I think this one needs to be backdated if you're going to use it as a American. I don't think the muzzle brakes were very common until very late in the war, and I think I'm going to model this one as kind of like as a 4th Armored Operation Cobra type of Sherman. So yeah, I'm going to have to probably backdate this a little bit. So, but I think there's going to be enough differences that it's going to stand out from the 75 gun version, which is going to be pretty nice. Yeah, not bad. I think this kit no doubt is sharing a lot of parts with the Easy 8 version that ILuvKit did. But other than that, you know, we'll see. I'm not going to build this for a while because I may build this one after the T-34. I don't know yet. That might be a thing. We'll see though. We'll see. So yes, there you go. That's the ILuvKit M4A1 76 box review. If you got any comments, like, subscribe, please do so. And thanks again.